Have you started?
Yeah, that's why I made that silent
He pointed
sound.
at you.
Okay, well, maybe communicate that beforehand.
Or maybe do an audible point.
Audible.
Beep! Or snap your fingers or something.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, so, hello. Welcome to the Blackheart King, Episode 3, Session 3. I'm Paul.
You mean
I'm the
episode
DM.
2, session 2.5? Half-Life.
I mean, it's session...
That
he's
was
doing
me.
he's doing a Valve joke.
Wow, that was a really great and very quiet Valve joke.
I was scared to say it because you guys wouldn't understand.
Aww.
We wouldn't understand. Gus, we both played Half-Life like way more than you.
But I would have done it wrong, which I did do
Okay.
it wrong.
Okay,
I guess.
it's okay. Just lean closer.
Okay. I'm Paul. I am the DM. One of you guys intro yourselves.
Hi,
I'm Gus.
Okay,
I
Gus is going.
I'm Rurik Fireforge.
Hi, I am Ray. I am Simon Skydriller. Not actually, I'm just playing him in this fantasy adventure.
I'm not a furry, but I play one on TV.
I'm Chuck, and I'm Amadonus.
Cool.
Okay, so if you've made it this far, you probably listened to like the first 5 minutes of the other ones.
If not, God help you.
If not, you're gonna get really confused. But this is the Blackheart King. Last episode, the town of Parrot got hard fucked. What?
What does that mean?
It got fucked over.
Okay. The whole town?
Yes, the entire town got destroyed.
Yeah, they had to like migrate.
They had to leave.
How did I miss that? I thought we just
Because
left.
you were drinking.
No, because we were on the trail
You left after the town was destroyed.
by the soldiers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
we took off and they were like preparing for a pilgrimage to somewhere not
Yeah.
shit.
So you
Why,
went
why didn't they just do that earlier?
because they didn't have the motivation or the means. But now they had the other carriages from
yeah, they
the
just
like
stole the
assault.
wagons from the
You
soldiers.
guys got one of them.
Okay.
Cool.
Living the high life.
They met Baxter, the elf wizard, who is way stronger than them. They
I mean, thanks for pointing that out.
That
Yeah.
guy reminds me of a character from Fire Emblem.
okay. You also you the listener and them also experienced a weird whisper thing and saw a shadow man.
Yeah.
They also met Elmer, the wizard, who was very soft-spoken and was very close to killing all of them.
Oh, really?
Wait, I didn't understand.
He was considering it at one point.
I didn't catch
Aw.
that.
I didn't get those kinds of vibes.
Was he just mad that I wanted only healing potions?
No, he was mad because he wanted the book. But he was also, like, interested in seeing if you guys would get anything else for him.
Future customers.
He did not talk like that. He did not.
He should talk like that.
No, he shouldn't.
Okay.
Anyway, so they're on the road. Then they met a mimic, and Simon knocked the other two the fuck out.
I did. That was the thing that happened.
Oh yeah, I woke up and I punched him in the face.
You
Yeah.
did. That was the thing that happened.
And they are currently on their way to the Citadel in the mountaintops. And along the way, they are all suddenly hit with a burst of experience beam, and they leveled up.
Which
What did you
happened-
What did you gain that
Okay.
you might use during this adventure?
I rolled maximum hit points.
We all did.
yeah.
Even
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Everybody
God.
else also got maximum hit points.
God rolled an infinity
I
plus
roll
his
a-
constitution
I
bonus.
roll a D infinity.
So I got spider senses. So now
Hey Gus, you want to lean close to the mic?
okay.
You.
So
Yeah.
I got spider senses or it's danger sense, but still. So whenever there's like a trap or like a fireball, I'm like, get down, and I jump out of the way.
You have to say "get down" every time you use it now.
Oh no!
Every
No.
You have to say "get down."
If you
have
don't
to say
say
it
it,
in
it
a
doesn't
funky
work.
way.
And if you use it while trying to be stealthy, people will hear you.
And then I also get reckless attack, which means I attack recklessly, and then I can get hit better.
I get.
But
Really?
I also got reckless attack, which allows me to attack recklessly and attack without any care for myself while attacking.
So I
Recklessly.
attack and get advantage to hit, but then I get it. Then
Disadvantage to not hit,
No, what? No.
to not be hit.
And then the opponents get advantage to hit me until my next turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Amadonus got.
I gained channel divinity.
All right, and Simon got.
Which, hey, I know what it is and stuff. Thanks to
All right, dude.
Gus. I can turn undead, which means I can repel zombies.
And other undead.
It's more detailed than that, but once it comes along, we'll look at it.
Yeah. We're just summarizing.
Yeah.
And preserve life, which allows me to heal people within 30 feet.
Nice.
And Simon, what did you get?
Simon got another spell slot.
Nice!
And also, sorcery points.
And
To spend at the Sorcery eShop.
Yeah, well, no, sorcery points, basically, you can exchange... right now, at the current level I am at, all I can really do... God bless you, is exchange them for another spell slot. And so it's like 2 sorcery points for 1 first level spell slot. Yeah.
and you also get wild magic.
Also that, wild magic, because Simon is a wild...
That's a thing where if he rolls 1 on any of his spells, we then have to roll a D100 and some random
No.
bullshit happens.
No,
It's a
whenever I
D20.
cast a spell
That's not a cantrip.
that isn't a cantrip, I have to roll a d20 first, and if it's a 1,
Then something
then
cool happens.
if it's a 1, then something potentially cool happens.
He could also just, like, explode.
Yeah.
Oh, I know a friend that has done this multiple times, and they've multiple times turned into a potted plant.
Nice.
Okay. Basically, wild magic is the improbability engine from Hitchhiker's Guide.
Which I think we talked about in episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so
you're like, someone's watching you from the shadows, but you don't know
There
that.
should be
I
a
already
Hitchhiker's
mentioned
Guide version of this game.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Blackheart King.
Hitchhiker's Dungeons of the Dragon.
No, no.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Actually, if it was Hitchhiker's Guide themed, it would probably be like dank places,
Explorer's Guide
Creep-
to shit.
dark places, and there's monsters that eat
the
you.
improbability drive is the funniest thing in sight.
It turns a missile into a whale and another one into a potted plant, and the whale has time to consider life as it falls. Anyway, so, time to begin?
Can I
Yeah.
try one of those?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Pass the snacks.
the rest of the trip has minor amounts of fighting. Like, you
Nice.
maybe scare off the occasional gerblin, which is a goblin, but without a nose. I'm kidding. It's just a weird way to say goblin. It's D&D. They would have a different species for noseless goblin.
Nilbogs.
Jesus Christ.
Is there like a copyright holder for D&D, like the people that publish these books?
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast.
What is it?
Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards of the Coast. Okay. Just asking.
I mean, we're like legally allowed to do this.
Yeah. So, anyway.
We're allowed to play D&D, right?
Yes. Anyway. So, you guys you reach the mountain, and you start traveling up it, but the path is very long. It's winding and confusing, and your horses were not bred for mountain stuff. They're more for roads.
Man.
Poor horses.
And halfway...
We're heading up to the Citadel.
on the mountaintop. You can
Okay.
actually see it, the walls, and they are hewn from the stone of the mountain itself.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's like a cool castle.
Does that mean they just sort of like, it used
They
to be mountain and then
basic-
they dug down?
They basically got to the top of the mountain and then started digging out a city.
Nice.
That's cool. Are all the buildings like one solid piece of rock?
No, they did build normal buildings because it would be very difficult to plan out the appropriate size and dimensions of a
But
building.
some could be.
Yeah, some could be like
The,
this made
okay,
by.
the palace is
In
actually
the wealthy parts.
like the palace of all of the. If it was the wealthy part of town, they would want their own custom buildings.
Well, it was
there
made
could
by
be-
dwarves.
There could be superior value.
No, it's made
placed
by
on
dwarves and elves.
The mountain itself.
It's a Dwelvish city.
That's
Dwelvish.
That's why it's not so cool. How the elves are bringing down the cool
Wow,
stone.
Gus,
back.
that's like
That's
low-key
really
racist.
No, that's really
It's
racist.
high-key
Is he a dwarf?
racist.
Yes,
I'm a dwarf. Dwarves
see.
are good at stone
and he's
making.
talking
elves-
about elves,
And they're
the other race.
Are they contentious? Do they have a contentious relationship, the
I
elves and the
mean-
dwarves?
In this situation, no.
Okay.
They're actually pretty close, but they do disagree
Sort of like the-
often.
Okay.
I mean,
But they're still buds.
Sort of
Yeah.
like the Romulans and the Vulcans.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a reference I understood, you know.
it's Star Trek.
One of them has a weird forehead, right?
No. They come from the same
those are the.
like place, but they had to
Never mind, I
different
don't know.
tats. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, as you're traveling up, the other thing you can see when you look up is a bunch of clouds. Very dark and worrying clouds.
Nice.
Soon enough, it is storming, and the trail becomes almost impossible to travel because it's mostly mud.
How close are we?
You are pretty much halfway up.
Halfway up the mountain.
Yeah, but as you are struggling to get up, you see a cave. It's
Okay.
just big enough to get the horses and the wagon through, but it's enough. Do you want to actually head for it?
I think
I'm sitting up front guiding the horses, so I sort of steer them off towards the cave.
wow, not even gonna vote, are we? You're
I mean-
just going for it.
Are you guys leading?
There's a massive thunder crack as you start to discuss
I
this.
mean, no,
We
I
better
wasn't.
go.
I wasn't going
And-
to. I wasn't gonna like oppose. It was just you're just making the decision. We're
Okay.
just
Well,
doing
he's
this.
driving the cart, right?
Yeah, I'm driving the cart. I'm good with animals.
He's good with animals, so.
His animal handling.
Grody. Anyway, you
does
pull
have the
into
animal.
the cave, and it's dark as hell.
Okay,
I have dark vision.
but
You have dark vision.
I also have.
you have
vision.
dark vision. You don't.
I don't.
But-
it's still dark as hell.
I'm
But-
You
leading
can't
up to
see
my
as far as
conclusions.
you.
Two out of three of us still have our shitty lanterns.
Yeah, but even then, guys,
Gus-
But he has night vision, so he doesn't need it.
Gus-
your
Gus
dark
so
guys.
offended.
Listen, your dark vision isn't working.
Oh,
Again,
Oh,
are there runes on the
no.
walls?
There's a what on the walls?
As you get deeper into the cave, you see a lot of things at once. First, the far wall of the cave has been almost flattened out, and the etchings of brick have been carved into it. On these false bricks, you see the same runes as Rurik saw back in that hell room that he went into. It's not actually a hell room, I just use hell as like a prefix.
Does Ray get, or does Simon get shunted out of the room?
No, because this isn't on. Just let me finish describing it.
Okay. So the bricks are similar to what?
It's the bricks. They're not actual bricks. They're just carved fake bricks.
Okay.
okay.
And you also see that it's not on all four walls. Because the creature that's carving it has recently lost its lower half and right arm.
Nice.
We see a creature.
You see the same sort of creature that had almost killed you back in the mine.
Oh dear. So
It looks to be the exact same size.
Is it dead?
But no, it's alive.
Oh,
it's
dear.
still carving. And you see this creature slowly moving its hand, even though it is missing its arm and both legs and lower half. It's not bleeding.
So
it's
without
not
its legs, how tall is it?
It's about 6 feet long with a very long arm that I'm not really.
So its legs are fucking giant.
It's a long boy. So the creature is carving the runes even more, and it's almost done with that wall. But the sound of the horses getting kind of freaked out at seeing this thing alert it, and it turns towards you
Wonderful.
slowly.
Okay.
And now it's time to roll for initiative.
This is fine. I am perfectly okay with everything that's going on in this situation currently. That's a 14. Do I plus dexterity?
Well,
For
okay, it rolled a 1, so it's
do you have
last.
your initiative thing? Where's your character sheet?
He had to get
I
a
have it
picture
on my
of
phone.
Oh, okay, well, initiative's just if you roll initiative, you already added in your dex.
Okay.
It's just your dexterity bonus.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a 14 plus 1, so 15.
Okay.
I have a 6 plus.
Well, it got a 1, so repeat the AC, repeat your initiatives again.
15.
15. Gus.
5.
6.
Well, it got a 1, so it's going last.
Nice.
Are you okay?
What? Yeah. Why?
So
You ask that every time.
because
I'm
you
just-
get quiet and weird and intense and stare into the distance and you look kind of upset.
I do that all the time.
Yes, which is why I ask.
Okay.
Okay, so I think what he's saying is that
Okay, you
he's
rolled a
not.
6,
I had a 6.
and okay,
I zone out all the time.
I mean, that he is okay.
and you rolled a 4. I'm
Zoning
sorry
out
for
doesn't-
asking so much. You
I got a 5 total.
5, and you got a
6.
6 and 15.
Well,
for
plus
you.
1, I guess, because you were adding the dexterity.
Well, it doesn't.
modifier.
Yeah. So
All right.
and then okay. So Simon, you're up first.
All right. Let me take a look at my spells. Oh, so many to choose from.
Wait, what are we trying to do?
We're
Kill
fighting
it because it's trying to murder you.
Oh,
Yeah,
How do we know that?
because we
it
just had to roll
because
for
last time
initiative.
you encountered one of these things,
Maybe
it
it's
did
just trying
3
to-
damage
Maybe
with
it's
a.
just like
Yeah, maybe I
I'm
should
dying.
cast Charm Person on the giant murder monster.
That would probably
If you try, I will write out what happens.
that would probably require Charm Monster.
Is that a separate spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Charm person's like for a humanoid.
Well, I don't have that, so going for
I'm just gonna tell you neither would work.
a good old fashioned magic missile.
Okay.
So, now I have to roll to make sure that it doesn't wild magic surge.
Yes.
Is the sentence I meant to say.
So roll.
That's a 2. Almost there.
Barely. You barely avoid doing that. So now
Cool.
roll the damage.
So that's a...
Magic missile doesn't require it to hit, or I wasn't paying attention.
It was for the wild surge.
I was rolling for the wild surge. So that's 1d4 plus 1 per, and there's 3. So I'm just gonna... That's a 2, so 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 2. Yep. So 3, and 2.
So congregate, you did 8.
Yeah.
You actually did 4.
Wow. So glad that happened.
Yep.
You don't need to know that. Okay.
Well, you did, because I'm going to tell you if the damage you're doing is resisted.
Well, it's got... Okay.
The darts of magic fly out
He's
of
not
your...
going to tell us his
How did you
HP.
cast it? How did you cast it?
I just, I
You put your hand out and
extended
cast it?
my bird hands out.
Okay, you cast the 3 darts, and they fly through the air, and you expect them to do a lot more, but they just plink into the creature, and it keeps crawling towards all of you.
Wonderful. I think it's immune to magic, guys.
Amadonus, you're up.
Or at least resistant.
Okay. I don't think I need to purify food and drink.
It's actually a bagel monster.
It's a bagel monster.
It's actually black licorice, cursed by a witch.
I'm gonna purify it, turn it into a Twizzler.
Purify it and turn it into true red licorice.
Let's see.
It's actually a poppy seed rice wafer. Sponsored.
By this...
Damn. I don't really have anything. All I have is like the magic missile. Like when
Okay,
it comes to offensive weapons.
Do you want to hit it?
I mean,
Yeah.
you also have
I guess I could do that
weapons.
with my battle axe. Since magic didn't work, I'm going all out brute.
Okay, roll for attack.
Okay, which one do I roll?
D20.
The big one with all the sides.
And you add... Yeah.
That literally applies to basically every dice.
Yeah.
Except D4.
It has the most sides, right?
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Okay.
Okay.
So a 12 plus. Is it which?
Gus, which is it? Plus what?
What?
Wouldn't it be
What
strength?
spell
For an
is this?
attack. No, it's not a spell, it's an attack.
Battle
It's just
axe.
a swing.
If a battle axe, it's plus strength plus proficiency.
Okay, so that's 12 plus 3
Plus 2.
plus 2. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
You barely hit it, roll damage.
But barely hit it.
It has an 8.
It was
okay.
17.
Yeah.
Can't tell us that.
Oh, you can't tell us?
Yes,
How many-
just roll the
Oh,
thing.
that's the game part of this?
Yes.
Okay. And then what am I'm rolling for how much damage I make?
Well, I mean, us
Yeah,
as
two-
fantasy people
but not
can't
this-
exactly put a numeric value on somebody's resistance to something.
Yeah,
Like, I can't
so-
look at Gus and say, yeah, he has about 20 health points.
On a scale of 1 to 20.
Please sit
he's
down and
about
lean
2
towards the
powerful.
mic.
Okay. Am I rolling this one for damage?
No.
The triangular one?
It should say, what's the battle axe damage thing?
Battle. I have a great axe. I'll look up battle axe.
Jesus.
Where's the little
It should be on your sheet.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, or it might not be.
Oh, battle axe.
Okay.
Actually, I have it previously. It's a 9.
As a D9?
It is oh no, 0. What is that? Attack bonus or damage
Oh,
type?
jeez. Okay, battle axe.
Are you talking about damage type?
No, I'm talking about
Battle
what
axe.
dice you roll to do damage.
1d8 slashing damage.
Yeah, that's under damage type. It says
Okay, roll D8.
1d8 slashing. So
Then
the
why didn't
answer
you-
would be yes.
Okay, sorry.
All right,
Alright, here we go.
Okay.
8.
Ooh.
Ooh, plus
Okay.
strength modifier.
You
Plus my strength modifier is 11. No, 0.
So just 8.
So just 8.
Okay. So you run up and swing your axe, and you swing it at the head, just because that seems like a pretty good idea. But as you swing, it just sort of impacts and sinks into the creature's head, and there's no blood or anything. It's just in its head.
Does it look at all...
You can pull it out if you want, but it's not going to do... it's now Rurik's turn.
Does it look at all perturbed by this?
Nope, it just breathes loudly and starts to move its arm slowly.
Coolio.
Rurik stands there confused for a second, seeing that the opponent has no knees. And then...
What do I do here?
And then he...
Rurik's
He usually
intense,
goes for the knees, right?
Rurik's intense desire to steal the knees of all those taller than him overwhelms him.
He stands there confused, and then he jumps off the truck and then just goes straight for its remaining arm.
Alright, you summon a truck and then jump onto it, then jump off of
the
it.
wagon.
The wagon, I know. So,
Did I say truck?
yes,
Yeah.
Rurik casts Summon Truck. It's the only spell he knows.
I jump off the wagon, and then I just and use Reckless Attack.
Okay,
So I get advantage to hit.
alright.
I got 17 plus
That's you can
5.
you're hitting.
I hit him.
So roll attack.
Alright. Skibbity bop.
You scat as you swing at him for 2 damage.
5 damage.
5 damage, okay. So where are you aiming your swing?
I'm aiming for his shoulder.
Alright, your axe, you jump down and swing your axe and you get pretty deep into the flesh of the shoulder, but the creature doesn't really react, and you just feel that your axe is cut through some stuff. So now it's the creature's turn, and it's going to engage you in a contest of strength, Rurik.
Is he grappling me with his one arm?
Yep.
Okay. I forget the strength. I gotta look up grapple sometimes because I never use it.
Isn't it just like
Is
a
it
strength
just
contest?
strength?
Yeah, just strength.
Is it a strength saving throw or just strength?
You know what? Yeah, strength saving throw.
Okay, because that's even better. I got 19.
Alright, so this thing, because it had advantage on this due to an almost impossible strength, you shoot your hands out to stop its long, creepy fingers just before it would have grabbed you, but you can feel that if you hadn't reacted that fast and it got just a bit more of, like a bit
Spider
more...
sense.
Yeah, sure. If you had got just a bit... If it had a bit more leverage, you would be in trouble.
How
And...
can I get leverage if it only has one arm and it's just like flopping around
Fingers.
the ground?
It's not flopping, it's dragging itself with its arm. So... It's grappling with you currently, and it is Simon's turn.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna just smack him. Actually, I'm going to hit the arm. I'm gonna just. Like a teacher whipping a student across the hand with a ruler for bad behavior, I'm gonna whip him across the hand with a quarterstaff for bad behavior, but like the eager blade as a quarterstaff. So that's 18 plus 4.
Okay.
So 22.
Yeah, that fits.
All right, cool. And that is a D8 because we decided to balance that. Plus 2. 7, 9 damage.
Alright. You smack the creature's arm, but the eager blade seems to kind of recoil so you don't cut it at all.
Well, yeah.
Like
it's
it
a
feels,
quarterstaff.
but it usually does cutting damage due to that being what the blade knows.
Okay.
But it feels sort of uncomfortable around this thing, so this time it does do bludgeoning. So you smack its arm, and that's pretty much it. You just smack its arm really hard.
Cool.
You leave a small dent in the flesh.
Nice.
Amadonus, your turn?
More than any of you.
Okay,
have
so can I
done.
use my battle axe again?
Yeah, unless you decided that you destroyed it with that attack, which I doubt. So
What do you mean?
the axe destroyed the axe with your last attack. So
Oh.
just you can do that
It's a
again
pretty
if you
tough
want.
Battle axe.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my battle axe with all of my strength
to his arm and try to cut his arm off.
Okay. Roll. You roll a d20, or are you rolling a d20?
Oh, wait.
A D4 would not have ended well.
That was a d8, but
Okay.
still.
Well, because it says D8.
For your,
that's under the
your
damage
damage.
type. Okay. The damage type. Okay, 17 plus, what do I add?
You're kidding anyway, so.
But isn't there like a
You can add stuff, but it's still... You add strength, I'm pretty sure, but you're still
strength and
hitting.
dexterity, right?
Or
strength.
just
Oh,
strength.
just strength.
Okay,
So it's
Wait,
plus
what is
3.
he rolling?
to attack with a battle axe.
Yeah, just strength.
Okay,
And
so-
proficiency bonus.
Okay, so that's plus 3, so 22.
Okay, you got it. You're hitting.
Okay.
So roll damage with your d8.
Okay. This is old. This is the current one.
Oh.
Or
okay.
is it? Am I doing that wrong?
Which one's the one that you made?
I made that one originally,
Why do
but
you
then I
have two
updated
characters?
this one.
Because he made one, then lost it, and then made another one.
So should I be using these numbers?
I
Because this is
think-
what
I
the
think
system
you should-
generated?
Oh, is that what the system generated? What did?
Yeah,
I think these are the good ones.
We're gonna edit all of this out.
Da,
You
da.
singing the Jeopardy theme song is gonna be your cue to yourself to edit that out.
Oh jeez, which one did you?
Okay, well,
I feel
we'll
this
correct that
one's the
later.
right
I'm
one.
going.
This
I'm
one's
going
the
with
right
my
one.
damage.
I think.
My damage points. 3
Cool.
plus. Do I add something to that?
Plus strength bonus.
Plus strength bonus 5.
So you get. I'm pretty. Is that a? Does that give a bonus?
What?
Would 5 strength give a bonus? Wait, 5? What?
3 plus my strength.
Okay.
You have a strength modifier of 5?
No.
Oh, 5 damage?
Plus 3.
So
He did 5 damage with the
Okay.
original roll.
Okay.
So, with that, you don't cut the arm off. But you do sink it into part of the elbow. And now it's Rurik's turn.
So am I grappled?
You are currently kind of grappling with it. You can make a strength throw to get out of this.
Make a athletics check or dexterity check. Contested by athletics check. I'll just keep chopping at him.
You're being grabbed.
Yeah. When I'm grappled, am I pinned or grappled?
Okay. You are struggling against his hand still.
All right. Well, I grab my little axe and
You're using both arms to keep his giant creepy fingers and his thumb at bay.
Okay. I dodge under his hand.
You are in his hand right now. You
In
are.
his hand. How
His
large
hand
his
is massive.
His hand is giant because he's a giant freak monster.
It's got big bar hands.
Oh. So
The
okay.
hand is wrapped around you pretty much, and you're holding it off, but.
where's my axe? Is it in its shoulder?
Yes!
Okay. I'll use my action then to let's see. I'm gonna make an athletics check to escape it,
Okay.
and then it's supposed.
Would I contest that?
You have to make an opposed athletics. Check.
Okay, so. Well,
I got 22. That's pretty
yeah,
damn good.
you wait for just the right moment when it's not squeezing as hard, and then you jump back out of its grip, and the hand snaps shut where you were.
And then I run past, grab my axe out of his shoulder.
Yeah, you get your axe back. I'm not gonna make you lose yet another axe into the body of an enemy.
And then I back up a little
Okay, you back up.
out of its reach.
That would take a lot if you.
Is that more than 25 feet?
No, but you use some of your movement to get out of its grip, run up, grab your axe, run back, and then run back again.
Okay.
That's a lot.
I go into an ideal strategical location.
Okay.
You
Behind
step
it.
3 feet to the right and stand behind Amadonus.
All right.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Now, the giant's gonna punch Amadonus in the stomach.
Wow.
So, I'm going
I don't
to.
even know how this thing gets momentum behind its punches. It's just an arm
It's not just an arm, it also has a body.
with no legs.
Well, I mean, if you're laying down, you can still punch.
It's
I guess, yeah.
also Gus. It's way too strong. You don't understand why, but it is much too strong. You don't
He just
wiggle your
waggles
eyebrows.
his eyebrows.
Okay, so Amadonus,
Yeah.
What's your AC?
My attack points?
No.
Wait.
AC,
Armor
armor
class.
class.
Armor class is 16. I'm transferring the
You
original
do not
over
beat.
this.
You do not beat the roll it just made, and it pulls its arm back and then punches you for 7 points of damage, and you're knocked back onto Rurik.
Okay, so that means I've got
Did I
now
tr-
13.
Am I hurt or did I just trip him?
Yeah, you know what? You take 1 damage from him knocking you on your ass.
Oh man. Good thing I'm a hardy guy.
Yeah, you like scrape your hand and your butt hurts.
He's
I'm
so
a-
butthurt.
I'm a hardy guy. I have 25 hit points.
Ooh. You're a
That's
big
like
boy.
3 times more than Simon.
I have 16 hit points. 16 times 3 is not 25.
Well, Rurik is bad at math.
Yes.
Okay, so the giant has just knocked you 2 over, and now it's Simon's turn again.
Cool. I have 2 daggers. I'm gonna use these suckers to stab it in the eyes.
Okay.
So that's 1d20 is 14 plus 4.
You hit.
Nice. So then that's 1d4 plus 2.
Do you make your battle cry?
Yeah, I just like squawk like a bird.
Okay.
Because he's a bird. So that's 1 plus 2, 3.
All right, you take your daggers out, jump onto this thing's back, swing them down into where the eyes are, and then how much damage again?
3.
Okay. You stab it into its eyes and embed the daggers there, and it does not react.
Cool. Also, just to like paint a word picture, I've been imagining him as kind of like a fucked up Aku from Samurai Jack.
The demon thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I've been picturing with like giant owl eyes.
it's sort of like that. Just to give a better physical description.
Like in terms of like body type.
Imagine a bald giant tree monster, but made of flesh, and you sucked all the moisture out, so it's just skeleton
raven.
and bone,
With owl eyes.
and giant creepy white eyes.
Okay.
And it's always breathing very loudly.
So it's like skin tone flesh.
No, it's dark gray flesh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it's about 18 feet tall. So now it's Amadonus' turn, and you are prone.
So,
I'm thrown?
Prone.
Okay,
Meaning
so
you have to make like a thing to get up, right?
that can be a bonus action, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to give it to you because I don't want this fight to be way too long. So you can get up, but you can't, like, run away.
Prone. Okay. If you're prone...
Amadonus.
Okay. I'm prone, and I've gotten up. Can I attack? I
Yes,
only
you can
got
do something.
13 health points. I guess I'm going to swing my battle axe again
Okay. Do you do
at
that?
his arm. Wait, have we caused any damage to this
Yes,
thing?
you've done a lot.
All right. So...
Swing for the attack.
19.
All right. Well, you hit, so roll for damage.
5.
All right. So finally, after you guys have all been attacking the arm for a while, Amadonus' attack slices through the weird semi-flesh. You can't really tell what it actually is because it doesn't seem to have any bone beneath it. You cut right through the arm, and it falls to the ground and starts to twitch and dissolve. Then the creature, which is now only
It's like a caterpillar.
it's
man.
just a torso with an upper torso with a head. It starts to shake and shudder, and the breathing that it is doing gets a lot faster.
So it's still alive.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Rurik, you are up next.
I walk over with my axe like an executioner. I'm like, "Yeah, talk, you thing."
Okay. Come on.
I ask it if it talks.
It breathes.
Okay.
This fight isn't over, by the way.
Well, and then I just You know, like
You
a-
swing your axe.
like
so
an executioner on his
roll for
on his
an
neck.
attack.
I feel like it'd be hard for me to miss.
You'd be surprised.
It's
All
a
right,
Ridley
I
dude.
reckless attack.
Okay.
I recklessly attack its neck as like an executioner would, and I got 10 to hit.
Yeah.
And add. What do you add to that?
I did add that.
You added to. Okay. You don't hit. In fact, as you swing down, this thing stops shuddering suddenly, and then 20 strange, almost blade-like legs shoot out of its side and body.
Ooh.
It jumps
Now it's like
up.
a millipede.
More like 8 spiders wrapped into each other.
Nice. That's,
These legs explode out of its body, and it starts and it skitters so fast that you don't even. As you swing, it just gets out of the way.
well, now you
and
got some knees to chop.
you have a bunch of knees to chop. But as it skitters, and you finish your swing, it then turns around and runs at you, and with
Dwarf?
at the dwarf, yes.
Okay.
And with
guy.
two of these strange legs exploding out of its throat and eyes that Simon cut, it's going to attack you.
So I'm still on its back.
It's like
No. It rolled a 20.
I
Wow.
rolled 20. That's a crit.
Yep.
It rolled. Wait. Yeah, it had advantage, so whatever. That means it rolls twice as many hit die.
Yeah,
as it normally
I
would.
rolled those. So you take 10 damage as this thing shoots past you, slicing at your limbs.
Oh no, it's going
Do
for
I
your
like
knees.
fly back and hit the wall?
No, because it wasn't hitting you; it was cutting at you. It seemed as if this thing knew exactly where your armor didn't protect you very
I don't
well.
have any armor.
Well, your
Yeah.
clothes.
I just
Okay, so it
Wait,
just
you don't have
cuts.
any armor?
no.
It
I'm
just
just
cuts
I'm-
at your body
I'm just
where your
tough.
clothes don't
Okay.
cover. Like wherever it sees flesh, it slices.
In the mature director's cut version, Rurik's been naked this entire time.
Rurik's nude flesh is ravaged by the hell monster.
I-
All right,
I-
Simon, you're up.
And I take a knee.
All right, I am going to follow in
You
Rurik.
take one of the knees. You steal one of its knees.
Give new meaning to take a knee.
Yeah. So Simon, you're up, and you're dealing with a skittering monster torso thing,
Cool. I'm going to follow in Rurik's footsteps,
and you get down on one knee.
No. I'm gonna turn Eager Blade into a battle axe, but like
You don't have proficiency in those.
I know, but it's gonna be like a cool executioner's battle axe.
Okay.
Like it looks like the blade of a guillotine on the end of a stick.
Okay.
How strong are you?
I have 15 strength.
Okay.
And you can just change your weapon?
Yeah, the Eager
Yeah.
Blade shapeshifts into whatever he wants
Okay.
it to.
But I don't have proficiency in battle axes.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
So that's 6 plus
Strength.
2 to hit.
Yep.
That
So-
does not hit.
Yeah.
You, fully emulating Rurik here, lift your axe up and swing for its head, and you miss by like 3 feet. It skitters past you and is just... It's basically running circles around all of you, but not running away. It's very much intending to kill you. So Simon... I mean, it's not Simon. Amadonus, you're up.
Okay. I know I have a lot of choices here.
Yes, you don't. You can buy more weapons when you get to the Citadel.
All right.
Weapons doesn't necessarily mean
More options for him. I mean...
I carry 20 swords and axes.
Does he have damage to his head?
There is a gash cut into the head.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna use my
eyes.
sling. I haven't used my sling yet.
Okay. So roll.
3.
You just miss.
I'm
You
not
just,
very good with
You
my
start
sling.
like you put a rock in the sling, you start spinning it around your hand, and then you let go as it's you let go at one point, it just falls behind you and clatters uselessly. The creature is still running around.
All right.
Rurik, you're up.
All right. So where's the
Lean into the mic, by the way. You're standing up again.
I like standing.
Okay, but
You know,
So stand and lean into the mic.
His levels are the same as Simon's.
So
Okay.
Where's it in relation to me?
It's just running all over the place.
So I'm on my knee, you know, like and then I just make a big swing around me right in its face.
Okay.
And I do a reckless attack because these things are cool.
You really like doing those.
I mean, it's gonna hit me anyway. Might as well just
Okay.
be reckless, you know.
Okay.
So I got a nat 20, so that's a crit.
All right, go for it.
All right, so 2d12s plus my strength, which is... I did 13 damage.
All right, just give me a second to this
That was like a Monster Hunter swing.
squint. You squint at it. Your swing actually removes the top half of its head.
Nice.
And then 12 more legs shoot out of the hole you just cut.
Nice.
I have some almonds up for
So now, unfortunately, Rurik, it's its turn next. And... Okay, what's your AC again?
My armor class is 14.
All right.
I'm
It hits. So now it's going to roll the damage. It does 4 damage to you. These legs are flailing, newly made. One of them actually cuts a deep enough gash to leave what will eventually be a scar on your cheek.
I have plenty of those, let me tell you.
This one feels weirdly more painful. So now
no different from
it's
noir.
and now it's Simon's turn. This thing's still running around.
All right. I am going to jump up onto its back.
Okay, make a athletics check, I guess.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics, whatever.
Do I have any bonuses in that? Let's find out.
I feel like
I have a
bird
plus
would be good
one.
at acrobatics.
Probably.
That's 9.
All my strengths are like wisdom and charisma.
Which is what you use to
Cast spells.
cast spells.
Got a
I
9.
have shitty spells. I have things like
Inflict
create
wounds
order.
is really good.
It's a 9.
Oh, I thought that was.
You rolled a 9 to jump
did.
I didn't
on.
realize that
Yeah.
was separate.
Should I roll against that?
Should I be inflicting?
Are you
wounds on this
grappling
thing?
him?
No.
Then it's just your decision if he
Is 9 enough?
makes it or not.
No.
Oh.
You jump at it and it runs. You miscalculate the jump and just belly flop as it runs under you.
God, this is like the fucking Three Stooges.
It is. It is. So,
I-
Amadonus, you're
I'm
up.
doing pretty well. I'm just going like, whoa, bam! Right
Yeah,
in
and
this.
it's doing the most damage to you.
Okay, I'm going to cast a inflict wounds spell.
Okay,
So-
you need to be able to touch it, so make a roll to grab at it.
Okay, which dice do I use for that?
Just, I think a d20. It's a melee attack thing, right?
Let me just find it. I'm not sure what modifiers he would add. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I for inflict wounds.
Da, da, da,
And
da.
inflict wounds. So, make a melee spell attack against a creature you reach. I think you have proficiency bonus. Which would be
proficiency
2.
bonus is plus 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So what do I do?
Roll a d20 plus
Okay.
2. That's a 7.
7.
The 7 hit?
Oh, this is against AC, right?
Yes.
No. You
Does it
miss.
hit?
It does not hit. You start to do afflict wounds. You dive at this, and it just dodges. You guys are
So my wisdom and charisma don't help me here.
no. Just okay.
Or
Rurik,
my
you're up.
intelligence?
I yell and I go into a rage.
Are you? If you do reckless attack again, I'm
I'm raging right now, dude.
okay.
That means I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws when I make a melee. All right. So I'm just gonna. I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Okay.
I go "Ah!" and then I recklessly swing at it.
Oh my god.
If I'm gonna get hit anyway, might as well give it
But
advantage.
the reason you've been getting hit consistently is because you've done this attack every time.
I'm not gonna hit it if I don't get 2 dice. I got 20 to hit.
Okay, you do hit. So
Okay. And then I deal this plus 5 because I'm raging. I dealt 14 damage.
all right. So you just swing at it.
Yeah,
you
I
cut
swung.
through quite a few legs, but it still has enough to move. But that
I took all the knees.
No, not all of them. There's still more. But you
There's always more.
did lower how fast it was moving, so it's going to be a bit easier to hit. Simon, you're up.
Nice. Take 2. Should I jump on it again?
Just swing at it,
Or
please.
yeah, I'm just gonna swing at it.
Okay, roll to swing at
It's
it.
gonna be a quarterstaff because I have a
You
better
change
bonus.
it back to quarterstaff after the disaster with the axe.
Yeah, maybe axes aren't for me. It's 12 plus 4. 16.
Yep.
Nice.
So
And
roll
then
damage.
That's 8 plus 2, I believe. Yeah, 8 plus 2. So that's 8 damage.
Okay. You... Just 1 second. You swing your quarterstaff down and break even more of the legs, and it is looking not so good.
Nice.
Amadonus, you are up.
I'm gonna try that inflict wounds again.
Okay.
7.
Plus
you
2.
9.
You miss once again.
How
This
am I
time,
missing? I don't understand. How's that?
you need to beat its AC,
Oh,
and it has more AC than the 7s you're rolling.
okay. And is it subtracting from its AC every time we do this?
No.
Okay.
Wait.
But
No,
we don't know
wait.
what its AC is.
No.
We figure it out. If we
If
pay
you
attention.
use some sort of divination,
He actually got an 11.
well, that still doesn't beat it.
Alright, because you had that as well.
Oh, spell attack bonus.
But
Okay.
you
I don't think you would have gotten it last time either. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this time you take a dive at it, trying to do like like one of those baseball things, but you miss.
Those baseball things, like
I-
feet first.
No, like jump for home
like
plate.
Pete Rose.
So, Gus, Rurik.
Rurik?
Yes, you're up.
I'm still mad.
You are still pissed.
I don't recklessly attack, though.
You don't recklessly attack because last time it doesn't.
And I just swing in a
You
rage.
swing. You angrily swing.
I rolled a 7. I got 7 in total.
In total, 7. You know what? I want this fight to be over. So your swing completely misses, but the creature dodging it very easily due to your extreme incompetence. As it dodges, due to the fact that you removed the eyes, it slams its entire body into a nearby wall and it just dies.
Sweet.
That's
I scurry
not
over and I start
climactic.
checking it for loot.
It's not climactic, but when the last few turns have been, I try to do this, I miss. I try to do this, I miss. I miss and try to do it again, I
Well,
miss.
you know what? We're missing because of the dice.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Just
the dice.
Okay, it's
fault.
not like
This
we're
isn't very exciting.
misusing our skills.
Yeah.
When I'm a reckless dude, I just hit him all the time.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna scurry over and check for loot.
It's evaporating.
Oh,
It's
cool.
a Titan?
Well, no, it's like a slow burn. Slow
This thing's
burn.
I
this thing's-
retrieve my daggers from its eyes.
Actually, those are across the room because Rurik cut the top of its head off earlier.
Oh, so it's like the entire top of the head, not like a scalping?
Nope, just the entire top half of its head.
Wow.
I walk over with my axe. I just to be sure,
Actually-
I chop its head off.
Well, its head is dissolved
It's
entirely
already
by that
dissolving.
point because it was just a jaw and a neck.
Is it like turning into like?
It's just stop. You
Steam?
can't smell anything. It's not giving anything off. You can make a perception check if you want to like check it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
I'll do it too.
I examine the body,
You examine the quickly disappearing body.
and I got a 3.
You're pretty sure that at one point you were fighting this.
I'll also do that. 14.
Okay, so from what you can tell with your beautiful bird eyes, is that the creature, whatever it was, doesn't seem to be from this plane, as it's
Not.
just it's not rotting instantly, and it's not just falling apart. This is something that is ceasing to exist in front of your eyes.
Alright.
Like,
I'm
like-
gonna cast
oh.
Detect Magic. So, for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within...
Here's the thing, you're not going to, like, this is the anti-magic things, remember?
Okay.
You
Like-
still casted Fireplace.
Well, yeah, you can cast spells at the physical thing, but I'm just telling you, you're not going to detect anything, and I don't want you to waste a spell slot
Alright,
on that.
fine. I'll just check out the room with, like, another
Okay.
perception check. That one.
You start to freak out because you're pretty sure you're in the belly of a large creature that you've somehow been tricked into entering.
Also, it's like a dark, spooky cave.
Yeah.
What are the horses doing? They
just started watching
Are
the fight.
Are they freaking out?
No, they're not.
Wow,
But
these are some.
they are weirdly calm horses. You're pretty sure they were drugged.
by the mimic.
But one of them is looking over to the other end of the cave, and Rurik and Simon, well, more Rurik because Simon is busy panicking at the horror.
God! Oh, fuck! Oh!
Oh, bird Jesus! Rurik, your dark vision starts to work again, and you see across the cave in the shadows that had previously obscured it, there is a corpse.
Oh.
The corpse is holding a very large great hammer in one hand and
I heard great, and I'm like,
and a very nice looking rapier in the other, but both have been bent and broken and would be pretty useless to use.
Does it look like a short corpse?
It's a dwarf, yes. And you can also see that what the armor it's wearing is very nice.
I think he wants you to put some armor on, Gus.
I inspected
designer.
it.
Do you go over?
I walk over.
So you walk over to this corpse and
Skeleton.
well, it's not. It's a normal corpse.
It's gonna be a zombie.
There's a dwarf man. The corpse is a dwarf man. He has a bright red beard that has part of it ripped off on the ground near you. There is a fairly sizable dent in the helmet, but with a bit of work, you can just undent that.
I'm not good at crafting.
You can literally just punch it until it undents. And he is just there. Do you want to search?
I say to myself, poor soul. That's what you get when you bring a hammer to a fight.
He also brought a rapier.
A hammer and a rapier to an axe fight.
So,
I mean, honestly, your axes weren't doing that good in this.
I did the most damage out of anyone here, okay? You can't criticize me. I was slicing that thing's face off like 5 times.
All right.
I search over the body.
Okay.
Should I make a check?
Nah. You find the clasps to take the armor off. You find 50 gold just in his pocket.
I pocket it. I look around, pocket it.
All right. You search for witnesses.
We didn't see.
You search to witnesses
I'm too
and
busy
don't see
freaking
any.
the fuck out.
You hear Simon.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Simon screaming to a deity you are
It's
unaware
over!
of.
We're all dead! Fuck!
Simon is rolling on the ground, flailing and screaming. And I'm going to say, Amadonus, are you trying to calm him down?
I'm trying to calm him down.
Get me the shit out of this cave!
It's
It'll
not
be
a
okay.
cave, it's a goddamn monster!
Ah!
I have a spell.
Yeah,
for
sorry,
that.
don't screech
that
so
was
much.
like real life, just like
Horror.
like when a mic peaks and it's like
Yeah.
that was like in real life.
Yeah, so you also find a holy symbol. It is a medal of Ishtar, which is the same religion as Amadonus. On one side, it's called a heart of Ishtar. You would be familiar with it because people would usually have one if they were a devout of Ishtar.
I'm a devoutest of Ishtar.
Well, you don't have one.
The most devout of Ishtar.
It's a medallion with one side an intricate carving of a massive battlefield of corpses and people still fighting, and on the other side is a robed figure calmly healing a bunch of sick people. It's a +1 holy symbol for you.
Okay.
+1 holy. What?
He
So am I
just so he
acquiring
gets
this?
+1 to any of his rolls for holy stuff.
Okay.
Because honestly, I would like to encourage you to do spells more and for them to succeed. Because
I say, oh, hey, look over here. This looks like something you'll want.
Wait, does that mean? Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say that I have? Am I acquiring this symbol?
well, if
In this-
Rurik gives it to you, then yes.
Okay.
I hold it up and I show Amadonus.
Amadonus, you don't see it because the cave is dark.
I don't see it because the cave is dark.
Forgetting that, I toss him the amulet.
You throw the medallion at him and make a ranged attack.
It hits me in the head.
No, he has to make a ranged attack.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, that doesn't beat his AC. It bounces off of your armor and clatters onto the ground. It's about the size of a very large coin. But you coin.
But I recognize its energy because...
Well, you recognize the symbols.
But it's dark, so I can't see it. But I
Yeah.
recognize the energy because I'm a cleric.
Yeah,
And it's,
sure.
Yeah, let's go.
So,
He's attuning to the wavelengths.
I am.
whatever that means.
Does that require attunement?
I'm using my high levels of wisdom and charisma to detect this, and I pick it up.
Sure. So, do you want to actually take the armor?
I inspect the armor. Look at its craftsmanship.
It is
picky
very
about it?
clearly made by dwarves. This is dwarven craft. It's some of the finest armor you've seen in a very
It's
long
obviously
time.
the best armor then.
Wow.
You have a weird dwarf supremacist moment, and you...
I'm so proud of, because my family is a crafts dwarf family.
But they
And
didn't...
it's okay to be proud of your heritage. And
Yeah.
Sure, I guess.
Quality of your
You
workmanship.
you have a weird thought about it, that it's obviously the best,
It's the best.
and
Can't get any better than this.
if you'd like
That's
it
Rurik,
in
by the
numbers,
way.
it will add 1 to your AC, whatever it is currently.
What kind of armor is it? Is it like
It's
plate mail?
plate
or-
mail.
Plate mail. Let me just quick look that up.
While Gus is doing that, Simon is gonna get up and run out of the cave and just kind of hang out.
You
in
start
the
to
rain.
run out of the cave, but the storm is still happening, and so you're scared by the thunder, and just start running in a circle, alternating between I don't want to get ate, and I don't want to drown, or whatever.
I don't want to get washed away
I
from the
want to
rain.
drown in water. Or in...
Saying it as if that's the most ridiculous thing you've
As if
ever
that's
heard.
impossible. Okay, so
Also, Gus, how does fear work? In
Fear?
it's
Yeah.
it works however I want it to work.
Yeah.
So
Sure, yeah.
No, but as a mechanic.
wait, Gus, what are you looking up?
I'm
No, 'cause
looking
there's
up plate mail.
There's an actual mechanic.
Look, this is special plate mail. I didn't finish describing it.
Okay.
It's also fairly light plate mail. So I'm just saying it's going to add 1 to your AC because I don't want to It's a special type of plate mail that was made by elves and dwarves. It has elvish carvings on it that that are for the fashion.
That's
Fashionable elven carvings.
plate mail.
my
Half plate, plate. Wait, what?
It's just
It's a
armor.
custom item that he
Okay.
has created.
Well,
it's not going to be in the
my
book.
armor. I only get my armor class because I don't wear armor. That's why my armor class is so high. If I wear armor, I get weaker.
Reduce it?
Yeah.
So maybe he
Okay.
doesn't want to pick up the armor.
So that would have been great to know. So do you just leave it?
What kind of armor would you say
It's
is?
full plate. It's just full plate.
Full plate.
You also, if you want to make some sort of check on it, that might help me explain some more.
Wait. I can't even wear full plate, so
Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna explain it because how would you say that Rurik knows about the Citadel at all?
I mean, sure.
You have a small moment of surprising intuition, considering Rurik, and you guess that this is the guard armor of the guards in the Citadel, due to the fact that it's dwarvish plate, but with elvish carvings and a slight hum about it that just seems naturey. It smells of things and
Naturey.
lavender.
At this
What
point,
the armor smells like lavender?
No, I'm joking.
At this point, Simon is curled up in the fetal position and has
On the
started
wagon?
rocking, and has started rocking back and forth. And he's hanging out with the horses,
I inspect the runes again.
and he's doing
they
breathing
still mean nothing to you.
exercises.
Your head hurts a bit when you look at them too hard.
All right.
The storm is starting to lessen now. You can hear it outside.
I gather up the armor and the weapons
And the corpse?
I guess that'll do.
Yeah, you pick up the corpse.
And I toss it in the wagon in the back.
You haphazardly toss this man's corpse into the wagon. And,
So it's not a zombie?
well, no.
No, I thought it was going to be.
Not yet.
I can repel zombies.
He has
Just
zombie
want to throw
repellent.
that out there.
Okay, the storm is getting better, and you could probably travel up the rest
Simon
of
walks
the way.
out the cave. He's
I,
out of the cave right
You
now.
just you dash out of the cave, but as you're running, you all hear a voice coming from the corpse in the wagon.
Oh, I knew it.
It's speaking to you despite the massive trauma to its head, but it's not moving. Like, you see its lips moving, but that's all it's doing.
I rush over. Oh, are you alright?
And I'm like, yo, Rurik, tell me what that guy's talking about. I'm not stepping foot in that cave.
Our self was self first. Your self came after. Your self is wrong. Our self was first. Your self came after.
Okay.
Your self will end. Our self will not. And then it stops.
Yo, Rurik, can you repeat all of that to me?
I have a hard time hearing, but I'm like, and I tell him what it
You
said.
you just repeat it. So, and that's it. That's all that happens
That's it.
in the cave.
That's the encounter.
There's enough room in the cave for the horses to turn around, because otherwise you'd all die. Because
Or they could just back up.
no, they can't, because the wagon and the road isn't wide. The road isn't wide enough for you to just back up an entire wagon and 2 horses and then turn. The wagon would fall off of the road,
All
guys.
right, okay.
Anyway, so you just turn around and start heading back up with this corpse.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So we're off to the Citadel
In the mountaintops.
in the mountaintops.
Why were you like waggling your eyebrows throughout that?
Is that an innuendo? Is that like
No.
He was like giving him the look.
Yeah, so you travel the rest of the way up the mountain. It's pretty uneventful. Simon, you recover from your panic attack.
Nice.
I've got many scars of bleeding across me.
You are still bleeding and refuse treatment for some reason.
No, I asked.
I'm fucking done with caves.
Amadonus, you are
Fixing Rurik.
He's
you're
got some
casting
band-aids.
some spells with your new holy symbol.
Bandages.
So I'm just going to
And
say
Rurik's
you
getting
heal him
better.
because there's not really any combat soon.
All right.
So,
I heal.
Rurik, you get healed up, and then you all kind of rest a bit so you recover stuff.
Are we restoring our?
Are we
points?
just? Is it just like full health?
Yeah, just full health. Just you're fixed up, but you have some new scars.
All right.
Also,
Add 'em to the
just
collection.
just one thing: your beard, a little bit of it was cut off by that attack that cut
He
your
looks
face.
more offended by that.
Yeah, you look way more worried about that. So
I just realized as we're going up, I'm like, oh.
you reach up to stroke your beard as you but it feels slightly less beardy on the right side, and with horror you realize you lost some beard hair.
I notice Rurik's distress, and I hand him part of the dead dwarf's beard.
You picked up the beard while you were panicking and just hand him the
Well, no, because
completely.
he's in the
Yeah.
he's in the wagon.
Okay,
with
but
us.
some of it was ripped off in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
So you just hand him the completely different colored beard.
Here, this will work.
I thank you for the word, but and then I toss it back.
Rurik searches for the way to express that, but then doesn't find it and just throws it back at you. But anyway, you reach the gates. They are huge, and
Wait. I have a question. Before we get to the gates, can I use my mending cantrip to restore his beard?
Ooh.
you could try it. Yeah, sure. You restore his beard to its full bushy length.
Because I don't like it when people go.
Gus, you
with
gain
their
2 bushy.
messed up beards.
You have a +2 on rolls of bushy saving throws.
I am overjoyed, and I'm like,
The restoration of your beard.
that's
Wait, which one of you is driving the cart? Because
I
we've been doing this as if you're all sitting in the back.
Oh, I thought you were just like handing
Wait,
stuff up through the front.
If you're
It's,
here,
it's an
And we're
autonomous
here.
cart.
Wait, if I'm here and you're here, who's driving the cart? Anyway, so you reach. So this
is charm person still in effect on the horse?
what? When
I
did
cast
you do
charm
that?
person on the horse.
When?
Last part.
No, the horses are just indifferent to you.
They were
Okay.
charmed?
They-
yeah, I remember something. about
They give you an equine stare. You reach.
that. In opposed to a bovine stare, because that would be
Yes,
wrong.
you reach the city gates.
Gates.
And you can see how massive this city is. It is goddamn huge.
True dwarven
Big
craftsmanship.
and massive.
Yeah, on one side of the door is
And
an
those
inscription in
stripes.
Dwarvish, which reads, "By the strength of Mordain Dwerin, And then on the other door is an inscription in Elvish, and can any of you read Elvish?
Nope.
You don't know what it says.
I have a language thing.
Yeah.
No. My language is common.
And you can't read the other thing. But standing in front of these gates are 2 guards. One is a dwarf who is slightly taller than normal, and the other is an elf who is kind of short. The dwarf holds his hand up and bellows out, "Stop right there!"
Oh, hello, friend. We're just
Nope.
traveling through.
Okay, I gotta do this before I talk to you. What is your business in the Citadel on the mountaintop?
That's actually a really good question. What are we doing again?
You guys are traveling here as like a waypoint on the way
Alright.
somewhere else.
We're just passing
I
through.
say,
Oh, we're
They're
all-
also, by the way, they are wearing the same kind of armor as
This
the
is
other
the only
guy.
way to get there.
this is what I say.
It's the only way to get there and also get food and sleep in safe places.
I say,
we're just traveling from Peric.
I don't know what that is.
Not a good city. Doesn't
It's
exist
not
anymore.
even a city. It was a town.
I had me a cousin in Peric.
It's barely a memory.
and then I turn to him and I say,
Oh, by the way, we found one of you on the mountain. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
The elf, the elf quirks an eyebrow under his large helmet and leans forward a bit. Excuse me,
By one of you, he means one of the fellow guards.
but I'm not dead. The dwarf starts patting his chest as if to check if he's some sort of ghost. So yeah,
I pull out the corpse.
you.
Oh, we brought
Wait.
the corpse with us?
Did you
Yeah.
take the armor off of him?
no.
Okay, good, because otherwise Simon would be displaying the naked corpse of their friend. Simon, you pull the corpse out and show them, and they both gasped. They both gasped rather dramatically. And the dwarf holds his head and sighs. He goes, "Mwah." That's his version
Was
of
that-
your "oh."
Was that like a sad noise? Was that...
You'll have to excuse my friend. He makes that noise often. That was our captain. His name is a mouthful. But how did this happen?
we don't know.
We found him in a cave.
Before you keep explaining, the dwarf suddenly cries out in anguish, "Ah, Macron Gimtarion Kat Brucola Zun the And the elf looks a bit embarrassed that he has interrupted your explanation with the extremely long name of their captain.
Yeah, we were in a cave, and
We just
he
call
was,
him McGimpty.
He was in the cave.
I say,
Yeah, we found him. I found him by...
Shut up.
I say,
we found him by the road, and we decided to bring him along with us. You know, to
We
give to
needed
the
a friend.
proper people.
Did you see what killed him?
Yes, but you probably wouldn't believe us.
I guard the gate to the Citadel.
Well?
I see a lot.
Okay, well, if I had to guess, it was about 18 feet tall,
oh, it didn't have any legs.
but it didn't have legs, so it was shorter than that.
Okay.
And
the dwarf responds, actually. He's still sobbing, but he says, he said he was hearing about the thing in the cave.
Oh,
Rurik gives a sympathetic, oh. But, and the elf is patting his friend's shoulders and says, well, I think he did mention that he was going to investigate the caves. And you said it didn't have legs?
Yeah, they were like cut off. I think your captain did some pretty good job before it, got him.
He would do that. McGimpty was that sort of guy.
So is McGimpty a family name, or...
No, it's our nickname. His full name is Macron Gimtar Yon Ko Lat Bru Kola Zun the Fifth. He had 4 people before him named that. I'm being serious.
Do you have that written down somewhere?
No, he's just
you
memorized
just making
it.
it up?
No, I know my captain's name. He was my commanding officer. He made us say, yes, sir, full name. Ugh.
Alright,
I may be joking a lot, but I am deeply saddened by this.
So is there like a funeral procession, or what do we do with him?
Well,
I'm sure
you
we can
give the body to us, and then we deal with our dead beloved captain.
Yeah,
You
okay.
would not be involved in this.
I mean,
But-
what?
But
yeah.
seriously, thank you. Thank you.
All right, I give him the little corpse.
How do you give him the corpse?
I like cradle it like a child.
In his giant wings,
my
which
giant
is very comfortable
bird
for the
wings.
dead guy.
Yeah. So
And-
you hand him over to the elf, who actually he looks like he's straining a bit to hold him up because he's not the strongest. And the dwarf looks up and says, "Where's his weapons?"
Oh, did we not bring those?
They're
along?
in the Rurik grabbed them. They're
Okay.
all fucked up.
Yeah, I go over and I grab the weapons. out of
You
it.
grab the bent and kind of fucked up great hammer and rapier, and the dwarf quickly snatches them up, and his sadness shifts instantly into determination. I'm gonna reforge these for the captain. And then he turns around and runs into the doors, opening a very small door that's built into the massive doors, and then runs into the city. Dude,
I turn to the elf and I say, "He'd be better off with an axe."
I mean, they're all garbage compared to rapiers, but
Are we gonna have a war now between which?
no,
one is
he
better?
like this is just a personal opinion thing. You see that he has a rapier hilted like in the sheath at his side. Well, I'm not gonna stop any of you from getting in. You killed the thing, right?
Yeah, I think.
It
It
disappeared.
stopped. Did it stop moving?
Yeah, but then it like stopped. Period.
Good enough for me. I'm letting you in. What are your
Cool.
names? What are your names? I need to actually write your names down. but
Okay, my name is McLoving.
Okay, McLoving.
Now you gotta use that name for the entire adventure
No,
inside
he has to use that name anytime he speaks to any of the guards, because they know. Because guess what? McGimpty was a very beloved captain, so McLovin is going to be the heroic Aarakocra who's retrieved his corpse. All right, McLovin, I'm gonna make note of that when I get my captain's corpse inside, but I don't want to put him down.
Yeah.
I say, "I'm Rurik Fireforge."
Oh, Fireforge, like the bazaar.
Like what?
The bazaar, I guess not. Different family. Okay, and
Wait, is that like my like second family?
you don't know.
Have I heard of any of my family living in?
Well, you didn't hear much
Citadel.
of anything in Perrin. No news.
All right.
So, Amadonus, do you want to also intro yourself? Introduce.
Oh, and we're using
We're using-
aliases?
No, only
Canoeing
only
slang.
McLovin over here
Yeah.
did that.
Well, I kind of would have come up with a new name.
Okay, do that now. The elf is looking at you expectantly.
Hi, Mr. Elf.
Please hurry up. This is a very heavy man. I loved him to death. That was the
You
wrong
love-
choice of words, but I loved him a lot. But he is heavy. Dwarves are fat. I hate holding him. He's still wearing the armor.
Hey!
You can call me Chuck.
Okay, Chuck. Is that like with just CHUK?
Crap.
There's
Were
two
you raised
kids.
by goblins or something?
I was.
Okay. So
As far as you know.
That's why he loves leather so much.
I didn't know he loved leather. All right.
My armor is
I'm
leather.
going to find someone to put McGimpty down. Bye. he turns and opens that same door with like a kind of awkward. He's reaching out with one arm as he holds his captain's body, and he hops into the city and shouts to the people operating the gates, "Let him in! Also, the captain's dead." And you hear from like 12 feet above you, "No!" The gates start to open slowly, but you hear the person turning the crank sobbing.
Oh,
So, you enter the Citadel.
cool.
It is a bustling metropolis, or the closest thing you can get at the top of a mountain. The air's kind of thin, but but it's the good kind of thin air.
I take a big deep
Like
You're
in
not-
Colorado?
You're not like dying, but you are feeling a bit lightheaded in a good way.
Feels
It's
Nice.
not just like it's not like a constant weed field. You've entered the weed zone. But yeah, so you enter the Citadel.
I take like a deep breath of that fresh mountain air.
Actually, it doesn't affect you as much because you're a bird. And,
Well, yeah, that's like my natural.
yeah,
You can get it anytime you need it.
yeah. And
Wait,
Level
do you
5.
fly?
Not until
not
level
yet.
5.
So the elf actually stops as he's carrying the body and turns to all of you and says, "Oh, by the way, guys, there's not a lot of places that can, house horses and a wagon and all that. But Goblins Gob and Goblets is really great for that. I love the place. Not a lot of people know about it. It's sort of
Wait, what's it
underground. Goblins Gob and Goblets.
What kind of store is that?
It's an inn."
Oh,
So he just make a left and then a right and then a right and then another left and go up the road. It's pretty easy to spot. So then he walks away, and the crowds here are mostly elves and dwarves. You see a lot of them, dwarves wearing intricate robes and shirts and stuff.
I'm
and
like staring at the sky, and just I'm amazed at how blue it is and how clear the air is.
Okay. You are just looking up. You're not paying attention to anything. But there are a few humans, a few orcs, a few what have yous. It's not like just elves and dwarves. There are other people living here, but
So it's like maybe a trading place?
it's a
or
pretty popular trading place. But
on the top of the mountain.
on top of a mountain.
Okay.
I lead the wagon and then I turned back to Amadonus and said, "Oh, what did he say to get to this inn?"
You've cleared your throat with this amazing mountain air.
My throat is getting sore.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
Just
my
drink
man. I
more.
wasn't paying attention at all. This air is fucking great.
The elf turns back around. He's like 20 feet down the road. I said you take a left and then a right and then a right again. Wait, did I?
A left, a right, and then a right again.
Look, I'm not going to make you
Right.
figure out the actual directions. You just head to the goblet place.
Do we have a geographical map of...
I don't.
The town.
I haven't made a map, but it's
Okay, I was
dense and very confusing for people who don't live there. So
Yeah, we go over to the inn.
you go to the inn.
Yes.
We don't get lost on the way.
No,
I mean,
alleys.
Simon probably does.
Simon. Well, you somehow get lost on the wagon. Simon, you
Sounds
end
better
up.
in the
He
air.
gets lost in thought.
You get lost in thought. Simon, you don't pay attention. So as you get to this place, you see it. It's a fairly normal looking inn with a stable at the side that's pretty huge. It's like the same size as the normal building. But on the front is a massive sign with a cartoonish goblin who is shoveling a chicken wing and a giant goblet of ale into his mouth. He is eating the goblet in the picture.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, as some sort of gluttonous monstrosity. And written
That's
in...
so good.
I feel like that's kind of a racist stereotype.
The doors open, and out pops a goblin. Who is...
Eating a goblet.
A goblin who is actually gnawing on a goblet. And he says, "Oh, hey there!
Okay.
Goblets here are great.
Hey there! My name's Scrunter.
Scrunter?
Yeah, it's weird, I know. I run the place. You looking for a place to put your horses and stuff?
oh, that would be wonderful, my friend.
Call me Scrunter.
Please, I insist.
Please, I insist. I'm Scrunter. Scrunter. He...
Does he hand
Scrunter...
us a business card?
He hands you a business card, but it just says Scrunter.
And it's like
This is how you spell it.
hastily scrawled.
Yeah. So he is wearing an apron, and he's actually a little shorter than you, Rurik.
I mean, hey, he's a goblin.
Yeah. So he leads the horses in, and then runs back inside, hops up onto a stool behind the bar, and then starts cleaning out a glass with a rag that he was already cleaning. So, what do you have? What'll you have? Ah, I'm sorry. My throat's kind of messed up.
I lead the horses in the stable while the rest of you guys go to pizza.
Yeah, order a pizza. Just sorry. unrelated. What did you
Suspend
say?
relate.
I lead the horses into the stable while those two enter the building. And
Well, Scrunter did that already.
okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't happen to have like a tackle box full of like fish bait? Cause I'm a bird and I eat insects.
Why would I have a tackle box? I live on a mountain.
I don't know. Maybe there's like a mountain lake
stream.
somewhere.
I do have options that include insects.
Cool.
You know?
Yeah.
You could just say, hey, do you have any insect options, Scrunter? Well, yes, I do, friendly bird man.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else
I don't
want
want to be a dick. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're good. You're good, my man.
Thank you. Scrunter pulls out a box of, it's pretty much just a bunch of millipedes.
Nice.
It's just a box of millipedes.
I
You want
take
like a handful?
I take like a big handful. No, I forego manners, and I just
You just start digging in?
shove my dumb bird face in it.
All right, well, that'll be 15 gold at some point. Wow.
Without taking my head face out of
What? Whoa, that's so expensive.
yeah.
Well, he is eating all
All
of
of
my
it.
insects.
I
I pay 15 gold at the market to get a box of insects once a month, usually.
Yeah, without taking my face out of the container. Was it a bucket or a box?
It's a box.
Okay, without taking my face out of the box, I pay him the 15 gold.
You just slap 15 gold onto the bar as he watches you violently eat a box of insects. Okay, do you want to order anything?
What you got?
I've got lots of gob and things to put in goblets, and I'm a goblin.
Is gob an actual word that I'm not aware
It's
of?
food.
Or
Yeah,
It's food. It's for
food.
food. You eat food.
Or mouth. Like, hey, put this in your gob.
I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, how are you talking? Why do you sound so different?
That was
So,
out of character. I'm not using my character voice.
I'll have some,
let's see, what's a dwarvish thing they eat?
I'll have some, mutton.
Okay, mutton. That's 35 gold. There's not a lot of sheep up here.
Okay, I don't know. I'll have.
What about mountain
I'll have.
goats?
Instead, I'll have.
Mountain goat meat is only 10.
What's something that's cheaper on the menu?
There is a mystery meat option for 1 gold.
Ooh. Gus looks so
Gus-
into it.
Okay, do you want the mystery meat?
Rurik's like, oh, I'll have that.
Okay. He goes back to the kitchen and you
Hold
hear
on,
some...
before I serve this to you, you're contractually, you have to sign here.
Before I serve this to you, do you have anybody that would miss you?
I
he-
have a high constitution.
Yeah, well, you don't have... I'm not going to make you roll to see if you're poisoned. He runs back into the kitchen, and you hear some clattering, some growling, and you are pretty sure you hear a gunshot. But he comes back out with a small plate that's in the shape of a question mark filled with some sort of meatloaf.
Wait, so the
Oh.
plate is in the shape of a question mark?
Yeah, it's like a tin, but with a question mark. It's a question
It's
mark.
what the Riddler would give you for lunch.
Yes.
Oh, I thank you.
And I flip him a gold coin.
It falls past the stool and onto the ground, and he glares at you. I have to get down now. So, Amadonus, do you want anything?
Well, in this entire time, Simon is just making the most obnoxious
Just
eating noises.
loud.
Oh, jeez.
It is uncomfortable for everyone.
Did you say something about a...
You can get food or beer.
Well,
You seem like the kind of guy who
can I
would
get
like us.
can I get them both?
Well, yeah, but it'll cost more.
Sure.
You seem like you would
I have
like
85
a...
gold at last count.
You know, never mind. Just choose something to order.
I'm going
I was
to
gonna
have...
offer you, like a menu of all the booze I got.
Okay, well, how about that? What are my options?
He hands you a
Fantasy
sheet of
sheet
paper,
off.
a fantasy sheet of paper, and it has a bunch of different types of cognacs and whiskeys and wines and whatever
What the heck is a cognac?
type of booze.
Okay.
Hey, Gus, can you speak up
But
a little?
yeah, we need to get a bit louder from you two. But it's a lot of. It's really expensive, like hundreds of gold.
Okay.
But the cheapest is Ogren's whiskey, which
That
is
rock,
only for 5 gold.
All right.
That's like the sort of stuff that will make you blind.
That's
Like-
moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whiskey. This is whiskey.
I don't know how alcohol works, so don't ask me.
That's good.
Actually, moonshine is a type of whiskey, but okay. It's like rock gut. It's like not very good. But what was that stuff called?
Ogren's whiskey.
Okay, I'll take 2 shots of Ogren's and a goat burger.
Okay. That's a normal order. Thank Grosna. He hops off his...
Wait, how much was that?
That's gonna be 25 gold.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, sorry. I'm just thinking in like gold in terms of copper, silver, gold.
No,
Platinum.
gold is like the only currency.
Okay. So I was thinking like
I'm not gonna give you guys any like like I'm not gonna give you cents. You're just
in other editions or whatever.
just think of the gold as
copper's
dollars.
like a regular dollar.
All right. Well, in this, gold is dollars.
Okay.
$1 gold.
Yes. So
Right.
he hops
Like
back. You
shilling.
hear more clattering and stuff, and he comes back out with a fairly delicious-looking goat burger with lettuce and crispy tomato. The tomato is unfortunately crispy.
Crispy.
And
Fancy tomato.
some onion, I guess.
Sure.
I don't know how to make a burger good. And there's also a kind of pinkish tomato sauce on it.
Special sauce.
That's my special scrunter juice. It's not from my body. I make it with
Gross.
I make it with mayonnaise and some ketchup.
That was the worst sentence I've ever heard.
Well, the noises you're making as you eat are the worst things I've ever heard. You would consider it dick.
That was out of character, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm responding as
Okay.
Scrunter out of character.
But,
The actor that plays Scrunter. Anyway.
Okay.
So, and then he also has 2 shot glasses, which he puts down in front of you, and then pulls out a unmarked bottle full of what looks like whiskey and smells like whiskey, and then pours the 2 shots. Enjoy.
But it does not taste.
Now
like-
pay me first. Pay me.
It does
Here you
not
go.
taste-
Thank
Pay him
you.
25 gold. So
25 gold.
now
Thank
you
you.
have this food.
I take a shot.
You drink one of the shots.
I
and,
eat the burger.
Well, can I describe the alcohol?
Okay.
It's okay whiskey. It's not anything particularly great, but you can
And
taste.
for 5 gold a shot, it's not very good.
Yeah, it's an oaky kind of.
Has the
I don't know how to describe whiskey, so it's oaky.
oaky aroma.
It's oaky,
Okay.
and it also tastes a bit like fire beetle,
Fire beetle.
which is a species of beetle who has very hot. Like, it's basically the spice.
Like spicy hot.
Spicy hot.
Simon realizes that he's probably too young to be in this institution, in this building, because it serves alcohol, and he's only 8 years old, and he starts eating a little quieter, and he, like, slouches in his seat.
Actually, next to the selection of alcohol is a chart of the various ages at which he'll serve you drinks.
Do you want a pepperoni pizza?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay, well, so for an Aarakocra, it's actually like 9.
Uh-huh.
That's the minimum age for booze. But anyway, so it's a pretty okay shot of whiskey, but it is very spicy.
How's my meal taste? The mystery meat
It
special.
is meat that you can tell.
Then I'm enjoying
Every
it.
time you take a bite, it tastes like a different kind of meat.
I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
Sounds right.
Love it.
This wizard guy with like creepy gray eyes and a shitty hat, he came in and then cursed a bunch of meat. So every time you take a bite, it's a different meat.
How's
And-
that a curse?
I see no downside in
Because
that.
every time I cut some off, it regrows and I can't get it out of the building. It's just
Rose.
I have a cube of meat
We got our
that
DM.
has no
DM
definitive
is a
flavor.
vegetarian. Doesn't know how meat works.
I do know how meat works, but this is magic cursed meat that Elmer
magic
made.
cursed meat. The grows.
It grows.
Gross.
Because it's
I'm
magic
not.
and
It's.
cursed.
I know that it's meat. I don't know if it's alive, but it does not rot.
All right.
He looks kind of grim for a second. It is my curse.
What if someone eats the entire thing at once?
I'm pretty sure it will grow in their stomach and they will either become more meat or
It would
explode.
just become one with the meat.
Like, if you fed it to a dragon, would it just be like...
I'm pretty sure the dragon would turn into a giant cube of meat. I don't want that to ever happen because something bigger than a dragon will eat it
A
and then
meat
we're
dragon?
all fucked. No,
meat dragon.
the dragon wouldn't turn into the mystery meat. The dragon would turn into a cube of mystery meat. Anyway, that's not going to happen to you. It doesn't happen. I'm pretty sure it won't happen if you eat small amounts.
So we already.
I hope. I've been serving this to a lot of people. I hope that, like, one day they don't all turn into meat monsters.
Rurik, you're fucked.
It doesn't go away when I burn it. So, yeah, other than the horror of knowing the inscrutable meat cube is downstairs, there are some really nice rooms that you feel like you could sleep well in.
I asked Shunter how much is a night.
Shunter?
Wait, what
Scunter looks at
Scunter.
you oddly. That's my cousin.
Shunter
He works on a
and
train.
All right.
So-
Ask him how much it is to stay.
Now, my rooms are cheap, mostly because I expect people to buy lots of booze and food, so just 10 gold a night.
Alright.
So it's like the Las Vegas of the Citadel.
What's a Las Vegas?
I'll tell you later.
There. You know what? That inspired me. There is a rudimentary slot machine that that has a sign hung over it that says "Not in operation." Yeah, that's because the imp that runs it isn't here.
So 10 gold per night.
Yeah,
Per
for a
person?
room.
Can we all share
For
a
one room.
Yeah, there's one big room that you can all share.
Okay, I don't want to pay for that. I mean, I could pay for it, I suppose.
I'll pay for it since I seem to have.
You know what? Just
How much for, like, a bundle of twigs? Just a bundle of
And a
twigs.
tree.
An entire
okay.
tree.
I actually do have. I have bedding for Eric Ulcra because.
Sick.
Yeah, so if you know what, he just like walks over to the closet upstairs and opens it, and inside is a bunch of scraps of like rags.
Nice.
Just like bundle this up however you want it. Before any of you can decide who's actually paying for this, one of the guards bursts in, runs over to the counter, slaps 20 gold on it, and says, "I'm paying for their rooms."
Yo! I asked for his name.
My name is John, and I'm the only human on the guard, and you can tell he is human. And John just like, McGimpty was like a father to me. I can't even remember his whole name, but he was a father to me. And you got his corpse back.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I didn't know him.
Okay.
He was pretty dead when I met him.
Okay.
I'm sure, though.
Jared, what I imagine.
Tears are starting to stream down his eyes as you describe this.
From what it seemed, he got a few pretty fucking fantastic hits on the thing that killed him.
What kind of hits?
Well, like, it was missing its lower half and one of its arms,
Fuck yeah, that was McGimpty.
and it was like fucking 12 times larger than him, so good on you. Good on him.
Yeah, he gives you a tearful thumbs up and then runs out. I don't even know what just happened. I'm honestly confused. What?
Apparently some dude is
Is McGimpty dead?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
He bought a lot of booze from me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, I get all our equipment, put it in the room,
Okay, you get all your stuff in the room.
and then and then I sit around, mull over the tastes of the fantastic meal I had.
It tasted like fish, chicken, beef, turkey, and
Pepperoni.
turkey, pork, and also
Something else.
what you will need to make an animal handling check. Roll a d20 to
Or
see
knowledge,
if
knowledge nature.
knowledge nature. Yeah, roll a check to see if you can tell what this was.
I'm not too smart in the nature department. 15.
Hippogriff meat.
I say, oh, that's quite the delicacy.
Well,
It's also illegal.
it's also highly illegal. But it's also not really a crime because it's not hippogriff meat. It just tastes like it. It's cube meat.
Imitation.
It's mystery cube meat.
Imitation.
I inquire about the size of the cube.
I don't want to. I don't want to touch it directly. I just put gloves on. I feel like if I touch the main mass, I'll die. This is Grunter's dark secret: the meat cube.
It's just like a spit-off comic.
No, it's just the meat cube, and he's terrified of it.
I ask Grunter, oh, mind if you show me it?
If you want to touch it, I'm not letting you get near it.
No, I just want to see it.
All right, he heads to the back room and opens it. In this kitchen,
Amadonus has to pee.
Amadonus, you go to the lavatory.
The
fantasy
cheap
lavatory.
whiskey makes me have to pee.
It's just a portal into the plane of water.
The fantasy little boy's room.
But I can't create water, and I'm about to.
Oh,
gross.
Oh no.
Well, Rurik, you walk with him into the back room. It's a fairly well-equipped kitchen. It looks like a nice kitchen, but in the center of the room is what looks like a giant cube of ground beef.
How big is it?
It's 5 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet.
That could fit in the wagon.
As you start to approach it to try and grab it, Scrunter grabs you and says, "I'm not letting you take this anywhere else. I don't want to know how it reacts to other organic material."
How much is it?
I'm not selling this. I am a noble person who will not let this curse be spread to another being.
Oh, okay then.
And then I walk off.
He actually, before you walk off, he walks over to the table, hops up, because it is taller than him, oddly enough, grabs a knife, a very large knife, and then slices a large chunk of this thing off. And as you watch, it starts to regrow, like... And it's back to a full cube.
What happens if you cut it in half? Which side would grow back?
I'm not going to attempt that. I might die. Maybe if I cut it in half, I'll reveal its true nature and it will devour me. I don't want that. I don't want to be Meat Cube.
I don't want to be Meat Cube.
Meat Cube?
Meat
Okay.
Cube is another person.
I go back in the main room.
You just leave. So there's not really much else to do. It's getting dark.
I check out the... I don't know. Anyone else doing anything? I feel like I'm taking up the show here.
No, you're good.
I just finished my goat burger and finished the last of my second shot.
It was good, but now you kind of have that uncomfortable without milk. It's just kind of spicy in there.
Okay.
You know how it is. Like, it's the spice is fading from your mouth, but...
You know, just as a IRL aside, it's really reassuring as a parent to know that you guys really have no idea what alcohol's
I
about.
think he was talking about
Okay.
the burger.
Well, no, I'm talking about the
You're talking
fact
about
that this
whiskey,
whiskey has fire beetle milk in it, which is spicy.
Okay, and is that going to impart some sort of magical quality?
No,
or something?
it's just spicy in your mouth, and it's kind of weird.
Oh, I thought it would have some sort
It was
of
just spicy whiskey.
meaning that's going to come up later.
All right.
No, it's just
Like
spicy. It's just spicy whiskey.
Like it'll undo some of my magic or something.
No.
So
Sorry, you're gonna die now.
I say to the group,
Well, I feel like checking out this Fireforge. And
sounds good, my man.
anyone want to come with me?
Actually, the bazaar is closed right now.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
pretty late, man.
It's a big city.
It's a big city, but the bazaar is open from 10 to 6, and it's 7.
Okay.
and then I'm
It's
like,
7. Still early.
I guess I'll rest. I am
Right.
quite tired from leading this horse through this treacherous pass.
And all that bud.
And all that fighting you did and the violence.
Yeah.
So, you guys all rest in
I
your
go to my
room.
room, fall asleep.
Nice.
Okay, so you all go to sleep, and the beds are very comfortable.
Are we in
This
the
place is surprisingly high quality for the
Nice.
prices.
Are we in the same room?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you could have 2 different rooms for one night if you wanted.
Are we staying in the city?
We'll stand for a couple
For a
days.
bit, yeah.
Rest now.
So, as you are sleeping, there's a very loud noise. You hear the door get kicked downstairs.
Oh.
And you hear not Yemek, I keep thinking of, Yemek is a character from the Adventure Zone who was also a goblin, and goblin names just blend together in my mind.
Scrunter.
Scrunter. You hear Scrunter yelp, and there's a
I get
commotion.
up and I go down.
You get up and you go down. As you go down, you see Scrunter being dragged by one of his ears by an orc wearing a vest and raggedy pants.
Out.
He gets
Are
dragged
the
outside.
others awake?
Only if... Okay, pause the recording, please.
We'll be back in
We'll be back
second.
after these pizza
I'm
messages.
gonna pause
The
it.
mystery of what's going on.
Okay, so that wasn't the pizza.
That was...
My sister was at the door, out of breath.
Without a pizza.
Without a pizza.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on. She was out of breath and low key panicking. Say hi, Kaylee.
She just whimpered and weakly waved her hand. Apparently that run over took a lot out of her.
Yeah, so apparently she ran all the way here. I don't...
Alright.
Okay.
So anyway, on with the story.
On with the story,
Skelter
okay.
was being told.
Scrunter! Don't... I don't... He's Scrunt. He scrunts. Scrunter.
Scrunty.
What does scrunt mean?
It's a word in Goblin.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's like a combination of squat.
One who scrunts.
It
Squat
means-
and grunt.
It's basically cook.
Oh, okay.
Scrunter, one who
That makes total
scrunts.
sense.
He- yeah. So,
It's like Squanchy. From
you
Rick
see
and
him
Morty.
dragged out. You see Scrunter, not Scunter. That's his mother's name.
Oh my gosh. So-
Scrunter is dragged out by an orc. And you
Are
hear
the others awake?
Did the slam?
Well, yeah,
Did
the
the slam
noise-
of the door wake me up?
it's really loud. Like, the door was kicked in.
I'm a heavy sleeper.
If you'd like to not
If
move
you
the
want to
story
be
forward,
not awake, if you want to be
I'm gonna let you
not
make
at all
this choice.
helpful,
Do you want to not wake up?
I wake up.
Thank God, because this is actually important for Rurik to be awake. So
Okay.
the orc, you hear the orc say something along the lines of, "Not paying, little piece of shit," and you hear other voices outside, and then you can't see the orc anymore because you're still upstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna like.
I walk down.
What's going on?
Rurik calmly walks down the stairs. Amadonus, do you do anything?
I'm going with him.
Well,
I'm already down there, aren't I?
All right, you know
I don't
you guys
have my
just all
great
go out.
axe, but I have my little hand axe in my.
Okay,
In my
you guys just.
pocket.
I'm gonna just say you all go out, and you see.
in my little birdie
You see a
pajamas.
fairly large gang. The orc is still holding Scrunter, and he's now pinned him against the wall by the throat with his knee.
How many are there?
I'm explaining.
Okay.
There's two elves. They're both sort of leaning on each other. They look pretty identical. You're pretty sure they're twins. A human who is holding two crossbows, but he's trying to reload one of them poorly, with the other one still in his hand, and one dwarf that's just glaring at him, and you also see that there's a large gash in that dwarf's shoulder, and it's shaped like an arrowhead.
Okay.
I go. What in blazes is going on here?
The orc, not even looking away from Scrunter, pulls out a dagger and points it at you. Shut up.
Oh, you don't tell me that. What's this all about?
Before anything can escalate, you all hear, "Well, this is interesting."
Is it Elmer?
No.
Okay.
You, and down the alley, you see a very strange figure, and one of the thugs just suddenly gasps and says, "The Wraith." The Wraith
Is it a vigilante?
Yup. The Wraith,
Nice.
The Wraith is wearing a stylized helmet resembling a skull, with a black faceplate being framed by the jaws of this fanged skull. Slim, stylish armor is covering this woman's entire body, and you can tell it's a woman. Just, you can tell.
Okay.
You have gender vision.
Boobs.
No.
No. Okay.
No, there's not.
Okay, go ahead.
That's not even like a thing. That's not
Okay.
a direct indicator
anyway,
of gender.
Just go.
Ugh. So, you see this woman in sleek armor with that stylized helmet and with, like, white gloves and black armor, and it looks like a ghost-themed Power Rangers outfit.
Okay.
And
What's her name again?
The Wraith.
The Wraith.
With which you heard one of them breathlessly gasp.
Do I recognize this name?
No. This is a vigilante in the
Gus was
Citadel.
winking really heavily.
Yes. This person is a vigilante here, but you watch as the gang starts to rush her, and she just cuts her way through them. She is launching them up 3 feet in the air, off the ground, whatever. She's punching hard enough to launch them, and she swings the elves into each other. And
When she punches, we see kapow?
no, but you
And
do
bam!
see
Wow.
see small shockwaves, and you can tell that she's using monk powers. Yeah, and she just beats all of them up.
Nice.
And as she kicks the orc in the side of the head and knocks his head against the alleyway wall, and holds it there. She's holding his head there.
With her foot?
Yeah, with her foot, and he's groaning in pain because there's a lot of strength behind that foot.
Yeah.
She turns to ask Scrunter if he's okay, and then notices you, Rurik. Like, her, you can tell that she's staring right at you.
Oh, I've not seen fighting skills like that since the war.
That's
Me
all.
either.
Yeah, that's all she says. She lets the orc fall and he just collapses, and she turns to all of you and, like, she kind of chuckles a bit and says, "It's been a while since I've seen someone from Mesily. You know me, dwarf, even if you don't know it." And then she suddenly jumps, and you watch as she basically wall jumps her way up the alley, like, that Scrunter had been dragged out into. And... Huh? Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, well,
The
I'm going to
pizza's
finish
actually
describing this.
here now.
I'm going to finish describing this. Thank you, Kaylee. The Wraith jumps up the walls and onto a nearby rooftop before doing a little flourish at the end, like, yeah, I just did that.
I'm gonna kick one of the guards just to make it look like I
There's
did
not a
something.
guard.
Or not guard, but one of
Thugs.
the gang members. Just
You
to make
kick-
it look like I did something.
You kick the human in the balls.
Oh no.
And he groans in pain more, and he looks at you like, why?
Pizza pause.
Yeah.
Actual pizza pop.
Actual pizza pause.
Alright.
Go.
Okay, hey, we have pizza now.
Nice.
So, the Wraith has just wall jumped up the walls onto a nearby rooftop, and she throws down a translucent white rose. It looks like pretty much
Translucent?
translucent. Yes,
Yeah.
it looks like a normal rose, but you can actually see through the petals. They're kind of
Glassy?
they're glassy, yeah, but it is like a plant. You can tell,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of lands near you, and then she takes off because right behind her is a group of at least 20 guards.
Okay.
They kind of stumble as they run in, see the group of thugs, and Scrunter shouts, "They were trying to extort me for money!" And then the guards, well, they recognize these guys. They are pretty career criminals, so they grab the thugs, but the captain, the new captain, who looks kind of he's a kind of inexperienced looking elf, runs up to like the group of you and says, "Did you see her?"
I'm assuming you're talking about the cool lady? The
I mean,
super
she's
cool?
not very cool. She's a murderer.
That's she's objectively cool. Like
Okay, fine. She's a little cool, but not
she
that
held
cool.
a guy against the
Objectively
wall
cool.
with her leg. That's
I could do that,
pretty
too.
cool.
Listen, she killed the prince and the princess.
Okay, but she also jumped up the walls to the rooftop.
Did you see her?
I mean, seeing as how I'm describing these feats that she's committed,
Where did she go?
up there, and I
What
point
direction?
in the,
Jesus.
I point up.
Okay, not asking him. Human, dwarf, where did she go?
She went that way.
Amadonus, you say that, not moving your arms at all, and he glares at you and then
Nodded my
slowly looks
head
at Rurik.
in the general direction.
Where did she go?
Well, she climbed up the building over there, and after that, I'm not too sure.
And that's enough. One of you could have said that. All right, you, and he starts pointing to people, like 2 dwarves and an elf. Just go get her, and they run off in the vague direction that you pointed, Rurik.
Good luck, she's a badass.
All right, put your cloaca away, man. I don't know how your genitals work.
Your dad's here.
Okay, well,
Cool.
that's a short interruption.
Yeah.
So then the elf sort of takes a rest because he's been running in plate mail. I should probably explain the princess and prince thing.
So
So
tall.
there's 2 royal families for the Citadel. The family from Mordain Dwerin, that's the dwarf place. They used to live in the mountain. And the royal family of Tolkien, where my parents were born. We were kind of dicks back then. Yeah, it's...
Could you try to get like a half-hour extension? Because we're literally in the middle of this
Yeah.
thing.
We were gonna edit this out, too, but...
Can we pause here?
Yeah, but it's in the middle of like a... Yeah, just pause.
We could just add like a.
Go.
Sorry for that interruption.
We're back.
Just some stuff. This is the end of the episode, by the way. The captain, he's tired. He sort of leans on the wall and just holds himself up by his knees and says, "The Wraith is a killer. A few days ago, the prince of the dwarven family of Mordain Dwemer, or whatever, I don't care about the dwarves.
Wow.
The prince of the Elvish family and the princess of the dwarvish family were killed. They were meeting in secret. Some people think they may have been in some sort of relationship, but I don't know. And we found the Wraith standing over their bloody bodies, holding a bloody knife. And so we've been chasing her, and she's still going out beating up a bunch of lowlives and thugs who are trying to extort small businessmen." And Scrunter waves. "But I want to believe that she's trying to do good, but I was there. I saw the bodies. I saw... Anyway, I need to go do my job." And he stands and, starts reading out the rights of the accused to the guys in Dwelvish, which is a weird fusion of Dwarf and Elvish that's hard for anyone to understand who doesn't speak it intricately. But as he walks away, Scrunter walks up to you and says, "Listen, I don't want to impose on you, but I'm going to impose on you right now. You can stay here as long as you want, as long as you figure out if the Wraith actually did that.
Okay.
Because I don't want the person who saved me to actually be a monster. And I want to believe that she isn't, but I remember hearing about this. This is a pretty damning situation to be in."
You had me at stay here as long as you want.
I had you at the positive before I got to the negative part of this agreement?
Yes.
Okay. So, and Scrunter just sort of hurries you back into the inn. You won't answer any questions because, honestly, he can answer anything that's actually important to the investigation. And you are left with your mission. You need to find out who the Wraith is and if she actually committed the murders.
Okay.
And that's the end of the episode. Sorry for the kind of rushed ending, but
thank you for tuning in.
thanks for
Thanks
hopping
for
on.
tuning in.
Ray has to leave.
I do. There's some IRL important matters that came up.
So,
Goodbye.
bye everybody.
Goodbye.